I snuck down in my office to do this workshop Wednesday for you. My kids are home with me today. Oh, the table's shaking. My kids are home with me today, and I am just trying to do a quick video for you guys before they come and sabotage the whole thing. And by sabotage, I mean share their cute little faces and their cute little voices with you. But this is the video that I wanted to do for you today. It's about fat loss, and it's about why you shouldn't focus on fat loss if you want the fat loss, okay? So let me explain real quick. There are a million reasons to get healthy, fit, and strong. There are a million reasons to pursue whatever it is that you have out there for your health goals, whatever your version of that is for yourself, right? Wherever you are right now, wherever you're looking to go, there's a million reasons to pursue that. And fat loss is one of them. Sure, for many people, not for everybody, but it is one of them. But I'm here to tell you that it shouldn't be the only one. And here's why. A couple things here. When we focus simply on fat loss, it is not enough of a motivator to keep us in the game, okay? If you're just focusing on the fat loss, then anytime you're not seeing results, or anytime you maybe you are losing fat, but your body's also happening to store extra water weight at the same time, you've got water retention, that's going to mask the fat loss that you have, so you're gonna think that you're not making the progress that you're making. Also, things don't happen right away, right? The fat loss isn't very quick, just like fat gain isn't very quick. So in the moment when you're making your moment-to-moment decisions about your lifestyle and what you want to eat and how you want to show up in the gym or at home for your workouts or whatever, and those types of things, the results aren't immediate. So a lot of times our brain will just kind of take over and tell us, like, it doesn't matter, you can eat whatever because it's not going to show up right away, right? Or it doesn't matter, they could do it for the other stuff too, right? Don't eat the healthier option because you're not going to see that result right away. Hi Angela, thanks for joining. So it's just not a good motivator. Fat loss is just not the best motivator. It doesn't really keep us in the game, and it also doesn't necessarily direct us towards the decisions that are going to be the best for us long term, for our health, for our longevity, and even for our fat loss, believe it or not, because it's going to tell us to do things and take shortcuts and focus on things that ultimately are not really the big picture. So for example, I'm just moving all over the place and shaking the table. Sorry guys. Example for that is that when we focus, a lot of people, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get in shape and all this, right? They count calories, or they count macros, right? That's their protein, fat, and carbs. And while the calories and the macros are almost like gas in your car, right? It's like your gas tank. It's energy. So you need that fuel in order to have the car run, right? But what it's not taking into consideration is the micronutrients. Are you getting enough of those vitamins and those minerals and those phytonutrients, all of the smaller things? Macros are big, micros are small, but we still need them. So that would be like if you had a full tank of gas in your car, but your battery was out or your starter wasn't working. You still wouldn't get any place, right? And it's the same sort of an idea. So when we are just looking at fat loss, a lot of times we're just kind of focusing either in the wrong direction, or we're just tunnel visioned to one area and we're not really looking at the big picture. It's kind of out there that sleep is important for fat loss, but most people aren't like, I'm going on a diet or I'm on a fat loss plan. Oh, what does your plan consist of? 8 hours of sleep every night. What else? That's it, right? It's not usually that much of a big thing, but meanwhile, sleep is like paramount when it comes to losing body fat for so many reasons: to balance your blood sugar, to balance your hormones, to even out your cravings, tons of things like that. So my point here into saying this is that it's okay if fat loss is a goal that you have, okay? It's a common goal. A lot of people have it. No shame in that. But let's think outside of that a little bit more. What else? Fat loss there's a million reasons to get healthy, and fat loss is just one. So start to focus on maybe some of the other things as well. And then it'll help you to lead you in the right direction where you're actually getting healthy from the inside out. You're healing your body from the inside out. You're giving it all the nourishment it needs. You're giving it all the movement it needs. You're actually taking care of your body. You're not being restrictive to your body. You're not being too harsh. You're not beating yourself up. And the amazing thing that happens is you'll get all those other benefits. And guess what? The fat loss ends up coming a lot more easily as well. And there's none of this cycle, right? Because a lot of people, we know this. It's like I'm on a diet on Monday. By Thursday or Wednesday or Tuesday, you had something that was quote unquote off plan, and then you get mad, you beat yourself up, and you either further restrict or it just leads you into a binge, which leads you right into the weekend, all the alcohol, all the food, all the things, and you're going to start again on Monday. And this is a cycle that so many people repeat, and it's not doing anything for our confidence, right? We kind of feel crappy about ourselves, and it's not doing anything for your ultimate goal anyway. You're not getting healthier. You're staying at the level of fat that you have, so it's not even doing anything for the fat loss. And the truth is, the longer that your body has that extra body fat or whatever is on it, the harder it is actually to come off, because what you're doing is you're telling your body that this is your new set point. Okay, so the longer that you stay at a certain weight, the easier it is to maintain that weight, which means the harder it is to change that weight. So you're sort of changing your set point there. So this is not serving you, right? So quick video for today, more of like a big picture thing here, just to say it's okay to want to lose fat. Totally fine, but please let that be one tiny piece in the big picture of getting healthy overall, okay? So it's not like, a lot of people ask me, but Tara, you're like, you're into body positivity and body love and all that stuff, but also you talk about weight loss, and how can those two things coexist? They can absolutely coexist, because I believe that everyone gets to decide what their goals are for themselves, right? Of course, within reason. I mean, if somebody came to me and was severely underweight and wanted to lose weight, of course that would be a conflict, right? But for the most part, people come to me with reasonable goals. They come to me, maybe their timelines are unreasonable, right? But they come to me with reasonable goals, and so I think everyone gets to decide that for themselves. So who am I to say that nobody should be after fat loss or weight loss, right? But I am here to say, let's do it from a different way. Let's tackle it from all the angles. Let's think about your sleep. Let's think about your self-care. Let's dive deep into nutrition. Let's talk about those mindset shifts so that the changes that you make with your nutrition and fitness actually have room to stick and to last, okay? Because if you don't start your transformation by working on these mindset shifts, whatever nutrition plan you do, whatever fitness plan you do, it's not actually changing who you are at the core, right? So it's sort of like, I like to think of it like this. I was listening to this funny podcast about, it was like the angry therapist or something like that. Don't ask me how I found it. It came up in a suggested thing. Anyway, and this guy was saying that if you think that you can just sort of act like you're not frustrated. Let's say you have anger issues, okay? If you can act like you're not frustrated or you're not mad, that's kind of like surface level. That's really not going to last very long for you to just pretend and not have the outbursts, right? What you actually need to do is not be triggered by those things. You have to actually become the person who is not frustrated by all the little things or not angry by all the little things. I thought that was pretty interesting, and it kind of correlated and works its way over to this field as well. Because if you're just following a plan, you're kind of just conforming for a little while. That's not something that can last. You're not changing who you are, right? Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with this? I think finally it's starting to become more mainstream. I think in my era growing up, in the 90s and the early 2000s, I think it was more of a thing that everyone had their certain plan. You had to have your rules, and you needed a piece of paper with, this is my lease agreement, but you needed a piece of paper that had like foods to eat and foods to avoid and all that stuff. And I think finally now it's getting out there that really that stuff doesn't last, it doesn't work, which is why our problems are only getting worse and worse, like collectively in this country in particular. We need to approach things differently. And it's not always easy, which I think is why it's taken this long. Because you know what was easy? It was easy to write a book and slap your famous doctor's name on it and say, here are my rules, follow this, right? And to get it into the hands of people that have totally different health histories, totally different mindsets where they're starting, totally different goals, right? Everybody's starting place is different. So, you know, we're finally getting to the point where we realize that everybody's different, but we can all kind of take the same ideas and use it to catapult us. So we can look in the same areas for people. Look under the hood. Let's look at everyone's sleep. Let's look at everyone's self-care. Let's look at nutrition and fitness and mindset. Let's help people become more confident, because we know when you're confident, you start to want to take care of yourself, and it's not about wanting to restrict yourself. So you have the confidence, you start to want to like fuel your body properly, you want to move your body properly, and it becomes more about health, even if it started off as the fat loss. Hi, Joni. Hey, what's going on, Joni? All right, so that's it for today. Just kind of like a brief overview. I can't believe that my kids haven't found me. They'll be coming soon, I'm sure. But fat loss, this is how I feel about it. Totally fine. If that's a goal of yours, totally fine. But let's also look at everything else, and let's do it in a way that's healthy, that's not going to be just like weighing food. I don't believe in weighing food. I don't believe in counting calories. I don't even believe in counting macros. I think there's a very small subset of people who are like looking to be in a fitness competition or something like that, where that type of thing will work for them. But even that, will it really work for them long term? Long term, the studies show that it kind of messes with their head. So that's why you'll never see me in a fitness competition. Not that I'm fitness competition ready, but I'm okay with that. It's just not a goal of mine, because I think it really, really messes with your head. I would much rather, if there could be like an inner health competition, I'd much rather do that. I just really want to be around here for a long time, and I really want to have energy to take care of my family, which is why it's not selfish to take care of yourself. Hi, Odelia. Thanks for joining. All right, I'm hopping off because I'm sure my kids are going to find me soon. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in a video soon. Bye-bye.